What a beautiful family. Welcome back, Tam Fam. Today we're catching up with Coco Austin, who almost 7 years ago took a break from her entertainment career after giving birth to her baby, Chanel. Of course, Ice-T is her husband. They've been together for nearly 30 years. I was listening to Ice, he is the podcast, and he was talking about how the family and being Chanel's dad really changed him. And the quote was, "At this point, I didn't really know what was going to make me excited, like another hit record, no, another show, nothing, a car. I've been very fortunate. This really got me excited. It's something that really said, wow." That's how he described the joy of fatherhood at this point.
He was right there when I had her, which was the best delivery ever. That's why I said it was like just everything about her just like landed in and it was like the stars were aligned properly with Chanel. He was right there when I had her. You know, I pushed her out in like 3 pushes. Oh gosh. Because they told me, they said, you have to act like you're in the gym.
Is that what they told you?
They said, act like you're actually doing like the hardest core sit-up, right? And I was like, but I don't want it to hurt. I was like, but I had an epidural. I was like, So I was like, Like I pressed it just one time. I was like, And Ice is like, come on, act like you're pressing 300 pounds. So he's like my coach in the gym.
This is what I envisioned Ice saying.
And he's like, 300 pounds. I was like, okay, here I go. Yeah. And so I was like, first I was like,
is he ever sensitive? Is he ever sensitive? Because I
think he is. He has the sensitive moments.
That's interesting you say that. I want to play something. Let's take a look. Okay.
Hey, what's up? It's Ice. I'm out here on the set of Law & Order SVU. This is a shout out going to my wife, Coco. You are the most incredible person I ever met, the nicest person I ever met, and the best mother to Chanel that anyone could possibly imagine. All right? I love you to death. 22 years, baby, and it gets better every day. All right? Love is love. From the set of Law & Order SVU. Peace.
He wanted to come by and surprise you. He was stuck working, and he sent that in. You're crying.
That's pretty cool. That's cool. As a mother, you don't hear that much. You don't hear that much from everybody. I have the whole world, and I'm underneath a microscope all the time. And you don't hear what good you do.
Oh, gosh. This is why I wanted to talk to you, because
you don't hear the goodness. You just hear a lot of bad. And I know I'm a good mother because I dedicated the last 6 years of putting everything aside, my career, everything, just for her. And you just want a little love. You want a little respect from people. It was really nice. Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Tam Fam. Okay.
You know, I'll tell you, I've been watching these posts. And I didn't want you on just to go through the litany of negativity, but one of the goals in my life is to, as much as I can, show people real life. Yeah. People can go to the pages of your book and make assumptions. Yeah. But I knew, I assumed that it was taking a toll. And everybody should know that they're loved. And women, moms, dads should be respected for. It's not easy.
It's not.
I did 30 years of morning TV. I've read every parent book every expert. Until you're on that field, you don't know that game. And to be judged is not right. And you've been holding up so strong behind those smiles. You. But I knew I knew it was taking a toll.
I just feel like, especially women, I think you should build other women up more instead of bring them down. Because, I mean, and behind closed doors, and it doesn't affect me because I'm very hard-headed when it comes to that
stuff. But you're human.
But it's just like, why attack for the stupidest things I post? A stroller, really, you know, breastfeeding something I bond with my child, washing her in the sink, maybe that's just easier on me. Like, little things like that, I just don't understand. I mean, when there's a war going on, when you should really attack the people that are fighting each other, but you're gonna get on me for having my daughter in a stroller, like it just doesn't make sense to me. But I close it down. I shut it down, and I'm very much stand up for the women part. Yeah. Since it happens to me, I'm always online.
Yeah. And you found
like,
your
go
voice.
girl.
Yeah.
I'm always like, someone's on. I'm trying to help other women because I know how it feels.
Yeah.
So I actually go out of my way to be nice.
You found your voice to help other women in the midst of all of this. That's an
Yes.
unexpected part of the journey.
Yes.
Does it feel good to give the advice to other women now, especially knowing what you've gone through?
Yes, all day. I'm giving advice on my website and, you know, whatever, on my social media. They pull me out on the streets. In the grocery store. I'll go into the grocery store and have an hour conversation with a fan. And I didn't even realize I was talking so long. You know, I'm just here to get some eggs, and I realize I'm trying to help a person I don't know,
Right.
but that's internally in me. I always want to help. I've always wanted to help. I want other women to feel happy just like I am, and it hurts me when they're not, you know, living life.
Yeah. And Coco isn't going anywhere. Next, we get an exclusive tour of their home. We get to meet the Bulldogs, Alexis, Titan, and Spartacus, and hear what plans Coco has next for her future. That's next.
Welcome to our New Jersey crib. We are big time Bulldog lovers. Entering the dining room / living room. And we definitely have a Miami style. So this is our master bathroom. We like everything oversized. Ice loves baths, so we have an oversized tub. But I know this is what you really want to see. Ta-da! This is my clothes section in my closet. I always wanted a chandelier. There you have it. And here's my sunglass collection, along with other pretty things. Welcome to the shoe closet / Coco cave. We probably have around 1,000 here. I actually started collecting tennis shoes because when I would go to dog parks, I would ruin my heels. This is the motto I live by, because life is definitely short. Make the most of it. This is the family love bed. We should also call it the theater room because we spend a lot of time watching movies here. Now this scenic view never gets old. What you're looking at is the Hudson River in New York City. Here's a little pool action for you guys. And as you can see, we like to live in a spa-like atmosphere.
That was an exclusive tour of Coco Austin and her husband Ice-T's New Jersey home. All I can say is, when are you inviting me over? The home is beautiful. The closet is amazing. We saw the bedroom in the video. I know I have read that the entire family, every night, sleep in the same bed, including the dogs.
The dogs, everything.
Every night.
We have a family bed. So Ice works 14 hours a day.
Gosh.
You know, we never see him sometimes. I mean, it's like, you know, sometimes on the weekends we never see him.
He's a grinder. Yeah.
So the only time we're going to see him, especially with Chanel, like if he sees Chanel, will be at night when we're going to bed. So I made it to the point where I surrounded our family time at night when he can see her. So that's our only time. And if
How big is this bed?
it's pretty large bed. It's a pretty large bed.
So
Working
how
on
many
it,
dogs
there's
in the
a
bed?
bed that have you ever heard of Alaskan King?
Alaskan King, I've heard of Alaskan King crab, but there's an Alaskan King bed. So it's is it 3 dogs?
3 dogs.
Ice, you, and
Yep.
Chanel.
Yep.
Every night. So
it used
tonight.
to be 4 dogs, but
Right.
we X'd one out.
But so tonight, all of y'all will be in the bed.
It's the only time we can actually
Love it.
focus on each other.
What do you want Chanel when she grows up and she looks back at mom? And it's one thing to look up dad with his accomplishments. What do you want her to know that was most important to you on this journey?
That I was always there.
Yeah.
I want her to wake up every single day and say, Mommy never put me to the side because of her career.
Yeah.
You know, she never put me aside. She was always focused on me, you know, and I just, like I said, I have such a special bond with her that,
How do you describe her? What's her personality like?
oh, she is so sassy. And I think that's another part where she's very vocal. She uses her mouth a lot, and that's from Ice.
That's for Ice.
That's from Ice. Oh, yeah.
And the
she's
fashions, she seems to have her own fashion.
Right.
You wear matching outfits a lot.
She loves to match with me. And, you know, we can't do it every single day, but when she doesn't, she'll go in her closet and pick out what she wants to wear. And sometimes it's great, but sometimes it's crazy. And I was like, oh, so she wants to wear something like, you know, like a little dress in snow. And I'm like, no, it's snowing outside. We gotta change it up. But she's actually very, very good. almost like when you're talking to her, you're not talking to a 6-year-old, you're taling to a 20-year-old.
Well, were the
very mature.
You have your pets. Were they jealous when she came into the picture? Because before, before there was Chanel, well, these are still your babies.
Yes.
How did you make that work?
Well, we had two. We had Maximus and Alexis.
Yeah.
Those were two. One's a boy, one's a girl.
Yeah.
They had babies.
Yeah.
And
I remember.
They had babies. We had a litter because we wanted to continue their breed. You know, in our family. So we call them twins actually. Titan and Spartacus. They're brothers. They fight, but then they love each other.
How do they interact with Chanel?
Oh, they love it. Chanel, her favorite is that one. That's her favorite. I was like, you can't pick favorites because they're gonna feel like you don't love them. She's like, well, no, Spartacus is the cutest, so I am going to play with him and kiss him all over.
So everybody is this blended, happy family now.
Yes.
What's next for you? What do you want to do next?
You know, I'm asked this all the time, and I feel like if I could just put like a hold on my life right now, I would be fine. I don't want anything. I have everything I want. I have my family is in good spirits. I got Chanel and my dogs. I just don't want anything to mess up. You know, I want to just keep it as is.
But
whatever
the kids
it comes
fast.
is a cherry on the top.
Yeah.
I am, because I have to say though, from all this fuel from the internet and all this stuff, it's geared me to actually make some products down the line. And I can't really talk about it because I've done this before. When you talk about it, everybody wants to Google it and it's not out there yet. So I'm working on some products, but it's because of all the hate. So thank you to all the haters.
So you've been inspired to create a new business based on...
Right. They've actually inspired. It actually made me want to do something about it.
I love that you're on your own journey and that you are now using your voice to empower other women, because no one should be shamed for the decisions that they make. We're doing the best we can in this life.
Yeah.
And that means all of us. Thank you so much.
You.
I adore you. Thank you, Coco, for joining us.